Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Life is Strange 2. In the last episode, Sean and Daniel learned that they needed to leave away. The FBI are hot on their heels once again, and the events at Haven Point are starting to catch up to them. They need to leave. Now, we still have a couple of things to do at away before we go, such as write to Karen. However, what be this?
Look at that. They won't ever leave us alone.
Oof. Police seek family after Nevada fire. FBI and Nevada police are searching for a woman and her 2 teenage sons after a suspicious fire destroyed a church in Haven Point, Nevada. I mean, he's not exactly a teenager, he's 10. Oh, this is, Here's the thing, I do agree with Sean. They will never leave them be. If Sean had stayed in Washington, I believe that's where they were at the beginning. If he had just stayed, after his dad had died, I think there was a chance that they might not have served any prison time. Because here's the thing, the civil rights lawyers, they would have made it there sharpish. They would have, because this is quite a big case, a local man who was a single father of 2, owns his own mechanics, living his best life, is shot dead by a police officer. The police officer is also dead. No one knows how he died. This is going to cause civil unrest. There will be civil rights lawyers who will have come down there or gone up there and are willing to work pro bono to defend these kids. Because here's the thing, there isn't any proof. There is no proof that Sean killed that police officer. We have seen no evidence of this. I think the evidence they are using currently is the fact that Sean ran away, and wherever they have gone, kind of tragedy has followed. They're using that as see, all of this other shit has happened, therefore he must have done that original thing. I think if they had just stayed and waited for the lawyers to arrive, as they surely would have done, I reckon they could have gone back to living pretty normal lives. They would have had to find some kind of guardianship. They probably would have been sent to live with their grandparents in Beaver Creek. But as it stands, because Sean ran and he got into the incident with Hank Stamper at the, in episode 1, the racist guy who ran the truck stop, him, because he got into an incident there, and obviously Hank was able to do that interview with the press where he was like, oh, I'm just a friendly old man. I didn't spout racist bullshit at the boys. No, I was trying to help them, and they took advantage of my generosity, and they beat me up. Because he was able to do that really sweet, press interview, and then there was the incident at the weed farm, and, when they ran from the police in Beaver Creek, and the fire in Nevada, it's all just stacked up. They look far guiltier than they actually are. And because of that, the police and the FBI can't leave them alone. It's really unfortunate. It's so unfortunate, because I don't blame Sean for running. I don't blame him for running. He's just seen a police officer shoot his dad. Why should he believe that the police would have... Why should he believe that they wouldn't shoot him and his little brother? They shot my dad, who wasn't doing anything. Why wouldn't they shoot us? He has no reason to believe in the police. So I think him running away, it made a lot of sense. But I can also see where the police are coming from, in that these boys, they go places and things go horrifically wrong. And obviously we, the player, we know that it is very rarely Sean's fault. Sometimes it's Daniel's fault because he's taken advantage of by much older boys, but in terms of innocence, these boys, they're not the ones responsible. But it's, from the outside looking in, well, they went there and something bad happened, and then they went there and something bad happened, and then they went there and something bad happened. I can understand why these police officers, not necessarily the ones in Washington, because again, again, that guy shot their dad for literally no reason. He shouldn't have been alone. Clearly, there was, something dodgy going on with that police station. But the police officers in California and in Oregon and in Nevada, I can understand them being like, all of this shit has happened, and now they're pissing off, we have to give chase. Because they're looking at this from the outside looking in. I can understand why those police stations want them. I can understand why Sean would want to flee, but it's just snowballed. It's snowballed, and now they will never let you be. They can't. They have to keep chasing you. Oh. I'm drawn to Hey Karen. It's like I've said before, 7 weeks of care does not make up for 10 years of ghosting. I do think he no longer feels quite so angry at Karen. I think he is starting to feel those loving emotions, but she ghosted him for 10 years. You don't get to come in and make good for 7 weeks and suddenly you've re-earned the mom title.
Hey, Karen. I'm better with drawing than writing, but still. Here it goes.
I wish I could see where these were going. Because we're so different. You're a colossal bitch and I'm not. Like, it could be like that. And this ends with you're still an oddball. And I hate you, you bitch. Like, I don't know where these are going. This reads as slightly more hostile to me. Whereas this is like, hey, we are different. This is putting all of the focus on her. This is like, hey, we as a pair, we as individuals. I don't think that Sean would be coming at this from a hostile place. I don't think he's writing, hey, Karen, because he, hates it. It's just that, that's how he refers to her. He refers to her as Karen.
We're both so different. And I get now that it's okay. It is what it is.
I mean, here's the thing. Did he get her in trouble? Did he? He didn't seek her out. She sought them out. She got herself into trouble for her sons. I'm not saying that, she was wrong to have done that. She, as their mother, said, hey, my boys are in trouble. I'm going to insert myself into this situation because those are my kids. Those are my kids, and I'm going to back them. She literally just said she was going to give herself into the police to give them a head start. And that is extremely kind. That is extremely kind. And I do think he would feel guilty about that. He's doing all of this so that he and Daniel can have a better life in Puerto Lobos. I don't think he wants his mom to go to prison.
You wanted freedom more than a family. So never give up on that freedom. Just lay low for a while. We'll try to reach you once we find our own freedom. Until then, take care. Sean.
Okay. Yeah, that is not necessarily how I saw that being worded. That puts it in a very like, hey, you wanted your freedom more than a family. You gave us up for freedom. Like, that came out as far... Like, I interpreted that as like, hey, you've given up so much for your freedom, so please don't... Like, please don't sacrifice that. I mean, I guess if that's how Sean feels, then that's how Sean feels. Okay. Yeah, here's the thing, if I'm being given this option, then I want to see what my other options were. Yeah, I'm sticking with this one.
Hey, Karen. I'm better with drawing than writing, but still. Here it goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what all the other options are, because like I said, I don't think Sean would write this to be hostile.
You're still an oddball to me. But, you know, I'm glad I got to spend time with an oddball like you. I'm sorry for getting you into trouble. Hopefully, it will be history sooner than later. Until then, take care of yourself. We'll reach out once the dust has settled. Talk soon. Ish. Sean.
I think I prefer that. I think I much prefer that. The other one sounded far more accusatory, like, oh, you chose freedom over family, and this, that, and the other. You know, maybe Sean, you know, he wrote out his feelings, and then he thought, okay, maybe, no, I'm putting too much negativity into this, she's doing a lot for us. Scrap it. Yeah, I'm far happier with this version. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah. I'm good there. Okay. Now let's see. Ooh, hello.
Huh. Is that the same person who rode her back in Beaver Creek?
Ah. August 4th, 2010. Hi, Rumi. Yes, I know New York in August is hot as hell. You did say you liked the heat, but my apartment under the roof can be... What? You know what? I'm gonna do this. Okay. Hi, Rumi. Yes, I know New York in August is hot as balls. You did say you like the heat, but my apartment under the roof can be really suffocating. Don't want to rub it in, but Aspen is my new summer home. Daily temperature around 70 degrees Fahrenheit and hot tub at night. Anthony's cabin is more like a ski lodge. Next trip, maybe you can tag along. Poet's Retreat. Best cure for your writer's block. And please let me know when you can pay me back for August's rent. I definitely need it for next month, and up here in Aspen. I'll see you on September 5th instead of the 4th, so put your clothes on. Stay out of trouble and remember to water my babies this time. Love ya, Emma. So Emma's the one who's got the apartment in New York, and Karen was just sort of house-sitting for her.
She was that close. Sucks she had to pay all that money back.
Oh, Ravensbury Press, 166 Fifth Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, June 21st, 2010. Dear Miss Reynolds, pursuant to our conversation on June 10th and your other and your inability to submit your poetry manuscript the other way to Ravensbury Press by the contracted deadline of June 1st, 2010, despite repeated efforts to accommodate you, we regret to inform you that this breach of contract means we shall no longer be publishing the collection as part of our New Poets series. As stated in Section 6 of our contract, see attached copy, if the author fails to deliver the manuscript by the agreed date, the publisher has the right to recover the full amount of the $10,000 advance. We have included with this letter a repayment form and schedule. As stated in Section 23 of our contract, see attached copy. I do apologise if I'm stuttering a lot. There was a huge spider in the room I record in last night. Like, literally, it was the size of my palm. It was huge, and it scurried into a crack between the cupboards, and so I keep glancing over to where I last saw it to check if it's reappeared. I have terrible arachnophobia, so it's the fear. The fear is getting to me. I do apologise. As stated in Section 23 of our contract, see attached copy, the rights for your manuscript shall revert back to the author upon full repayment of the advance. If you have any further questions, please refer them to our legal team. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavours. Sincerely, Alistair Moon, Poetry Editor, Ravensbury Press, New York. Oh. Damn. So she just couldn't do the deadline. I guess the stress must have gotten to her. The stress must really have gotten to her. And she doesn't even have her own apartment. She's staying in Emma's apartment. And Emma, how do I put this? Emma sounds a little self-centered. I think Sean even mentioned that from the letter we found in Karen's room in episode 2, that Emma kind of sounded a bit up herself. And this is all about Emma. The only the only times she talks about Karen is like, remember to water my plants, get me the rent, and, oh, you should come up to Aspen the next time I go up. But is that because Emma cares about Karen, or is that because Emma wants to show off her wealth to Karen? I'd be inclined to say it's the latter. Oof. Big oof.
Still can't believe she's kept it.
Yeah.
Looks like they all finally found their home. That must be Karen's friend, Maggie. Not living large.
Yeah. I do wonder what happened to Maggie.
It's marked that everybody takes turns shopping.
Yeah, we read this. Considering we won't be back here, I just want to make sure I see everything.
I have to get one of these for Portolobos. Daniel's a total addict now.
Yeah, you do. Also, hello, look at that little cactus. That cactus farm, or whatever you want to call it. That's beautiful. That's stunning. I like cacti.
Karen must have been so excited to finally hit New York. She's really good at rewriting her own life. This one's pretty intense. I think I get it.
Yeah, we have read these in a prior episode.
Either Karen was desperate for a job, or she loved working with kids.
Excuse me, let me look.
Had no clue there was a network of seed pirates. Karen's a real-life hacker. Karen takes on some small pieceworks for a living. Must pay better than poetry.
Okay, yeah, nothing new here.
Brody's so good at describing painful situations. And seeing the good into it. I miss you too, sis. Hope we can take some new pictures someday.
Oh, Lila. I love her so much, but fuck you, Jen. Fuck you, you fake friend. I will never get over that text that Jen sent, being all like, oh, you can't legally contact me, this, that, and the other. I'm like, madam, did he contact you? Did he contact you, or are you contacting
okay, dude.
him?
Don't forget about David.
Yeah, I won't.
Karen won't have to share her space anymore. But maybe she'll feel kinda alone. Can't be that hot in Mexico. Right?
I've never been to Mexico, but I would assume it is roasting.
Dad was an absolute fan of this movie. Huh. Maybe they were nerds together.
Okay, I see you have picked up your eye lube. That's good. Also, you know what? Before I forget... Anything new? Well, hey, aw. July 2nd, 2017. Our last night away. Aw. That's sweet. It's so cute. Looks like Lila has some competition now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I ship it. I ship Daniel and Sarah Lee. I can't believe we have all this money and we can't use it. That is... I didn't even think about that. Where are we gonna exchange it? Oh, god damn. Yeah, I'm so glad Jacob and his sister are doing okay. They deserve some peace. Yeah, Cassidy's letter. Yeah, you've fallen hard. Okay.
This place has too many adults. But I'm gonna miss it. Karen practices what she preaches. She barters with her food, not money.
God, this would be such a lovely life. You know, you don't really have any of the pressures of society. You know, no money, no technology. God, it... On one hand, I am envious, but at the same time, I'm like, I need internet. I need it.
Sean.
Hey. Karen said you wanted to see me?
Yeah, but go grab that police scanner inside first. I gotta put these new plates on the car.
Sure. I'm on it.
I'll join you when I'm done.
Oh my god, David. David helping us avoid the police by putting fake plates on our car. Oh, okay. Thank you, David. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna just look at everything first. Oh!
Must be his ex-wife. He's changed so much since this. And not for the best.
Ah! Chloe, oh. I've said this before, I like Chloe. I dislike her personality. Chloe's the reason why I started dyeing my hair. I admired her tenacity. I admired her bravery. I admired the fact that she was so dedicated to trying to save Rachel Amber. But ultimately, she was a very shitty friend to Max. She was a very shitty friend. She was a shitty daughter. She was a shitty person at times. The fact that I admired certain personality traits of hers doesn't mean I'm going to ignore all of the bullshit she pulled. Like, I like Chloe and I don't like her. That's the best way I can put it. Okay, what else? What else do you have?
What's David doing with that? Creepy dude.
Damn. Nathan Prescott. This was on the 8th of the 10th, 2013. I can't remember. Would this have been... Is this Nate? This doesn't look like a mugshot. This doesn't look like a mugshot to me, so I'm not... I would assume he has this to remember, like, hey, remember what this little shit did. Because, remember, Nathan hurt Chloe. Nathan drugged her and was taking pictures of her in his room, but Chloe came round. He didn't give her enough of the drug, so she came round rather quickly, and she was able to pull like a lamp off a table, which distracted him, and she was able to get out of there. I presume, because if they arrested him, then they will have searched his dorm, which is where he kept the pictures of Chloe. So I would assume that David would know about these pictures, so I think he's probably got this picture of Nathan to remember, like, this little shit hurt my stepdaughter, and I did care about her. I didn't show it in the nicest of ways, but I did care about her, and this little shit hurt her.
I feel you, David.
Oh, my Joyce. And then he's crossed that out because he's remembered, oh yeah, we're divorced. I can't be calling her that. Dear Joyce, great to get your postcard. You sure get around now. So she's traveling. Oh. I can't even read that one. But he must have had... Yeah, some of them are lightly crossed out, but these ones are like, no, I can't. Wish I was... something. Wish I was with you, like, on... something, and then, like, on our honeymoon. And then, yeah, he's realising these are very selfish things to say. These are extremely selfish things to say. I do wonder who initiated the divorce. Because I'm gonna be honest, if it was David, I can't handle your daughter dying, that is quite selfish. It's understandable, but it's also quite selfish. You had a really toxic relationship with Chloe. You weren't even her biological dad. You weren't even, like, you didn't even really raise her. Like, if he had been a stepdaughter since birth, if she had been his stepdaughter since birth, then yeah, that would be understandable, that he's basically her dad at that point. But they only met when she was a teenager, and they never had a father-daughter relationship. So if David said, hey, I can't handle your daughter dying, I need to leave, that's quite selfish. If it was Joyce, you know, hey, my daughter's dead, and she never really liked you, and I feel guilty, then that'd be understandable. I would consider that to be understandable, but if it was David saying, hey, I can't handle the fact that your kid died, like, that is, ooh. Yeah, so he realises that saying, I wish I was with you, like, on our honeymoon, that is a rather selfish thing to say, so he's crossed that out. Hope you are seeing the world, and more, maybe, like you wanted. I want to see, and he's crossed that out. I know our lives are so different now. But I like to think, crossed out, but I hope we can. I'm thinking this is maybe saying something like, I hope we can get back together. Maybe not get back together, but I hope we can go to something. Everything is so different now, and I hope one day we can just have a beer and shoot the shit like before. I miss you, crossed out. Yeah, it's... Yeah, we can't even... God, they've really left this vague. How do I put this? I think it's very clear that no matter who initiated the divorce, I think it's very clear that David still has feelings for Joyce. You can have feelings for someone and still want to divorce them because you know that ultimately us being married it's not a good environment. I love you, but I can't be around you. Yeah, I think David would like to get back with Joyce. He's grown as a person and he wants to return to the relationship, but he worries that maybe Joyce won't. Oh damn.
Yeah, me and David won't be sharing any playlist.
Oh, there's that picture of him with the deer. Just let that go. Let that go. Ooh, I'm like, there's a letter on the floor. I want to see that. I want to know what that is. Oh,
It would
flipping
be weird to be back on the road with Daniel. After all this time in a community.
Ooh. Oh.
Weird. Didn't know David was so punk rock.
He isn't, but Chloe was. He took one of her signs. So he can look at it while he's taking a shit. Like, sir. Sir, that's a bit weird. But go off. I guess it was the only place he could put it. Oh. Oh, that is sad. That is sad, but also so sweet that he took something of Chloe's to remember her.
That's right. I never saw David even drink a beer.
Proud of you, brother. Up, up and away, Steve.
Yep. David is ready for that apocalypse. Or whatever.
Yeah, he is.
Arthur said David could fix anything. He hopes.
Oh, it's a shame we can't read that letter. I'm like, what be that? What be that on the floor? Either way, you know what? I'm just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we bring David the police scanner. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.